Welcome back to PantherCast for Week 3. I'm your host, Dr. Erik Okeson with Okeson Chiropractic. We're going to be recapping last Friday night's difficult loss versus arch rival Lakeville South Cougars. We're talking with head coach Mike Zweber of Lakeville North. We're going over a couple things from last week. Lakeville North obviously had a difficult time Friday night, but they were down 7 starters from the week before and some injuries throughout the year, which has obviously caused Coach Zweber to reshuffle his deck with some of his guys and shuffle guys into different positions and those types of things. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in Coach Zweber right now, talk about the game Friday night. Tough loss to your arch rival. Talk about the game first.
Well, it was. I thought it was a good game. I mean, obviously we'd like to get a win in all situations, but the kids played well. Defense played very well. South has been giving up over 40, or scoring rather, over 40 points a game, but we held them to 27, and it wasn't just that we held them 27, but we made some mistakes offensively with some of the new guys in there. We made some key mistakes, turned the ball over, and put the defense in some tough situations, but they still stepped up to the challenge. So they kept us in the game throughout. We came up a little bit short, but I was proud of the guys' effort, and hopefully we get a chance to see these guys again in the playoffs.
Coach, I know you never like to make excuses, obviously, as a head coach of a good team. Again, though, you guys 7 starters down this week in the game against South. How do you guys plan on going about that here for the next couple of weeks? You got any season-ending injuries, or what's going on with the injuries?
Well, we do have a few guys that are going to be down for the year, and that's unfortunate, mostly for them. You know, these guys put a lot of time and effort into preparing themselves for a football season. Lots of hours in the weight room and developing their speed and their strength, and I feel horrible for them. But that's part of the game when you're playing football. You never know when that injury might happen. But you know, for them, I feel bad. For the team, you know, we keep preaching to the guys that this is an opportunity for somebody else to step in and to make something happen. And you know, some of those guys had an opportunity to do that Friday night versus South, and did very well in that situation. And we're just going to continue to work and practice and developing them a little bit more, and hopefully as the season rolls on and as we get into the playoff picture, that not only will these guys be ready to play, but we'll get maybe a couple of the guys back, and it'll just provide more depth for our football team. Excellent.
You guys are at 2-1 now. You know, it's very difficult, as you know, as a head coach, after a big emotional letdown with a loss like that early on in the season. How do you prepare your guys for this week's upcoming game? I know we'll talk about more in the game in a little bit here, but how do you prepare your guys for this week's upcoming game to make sure that there's not a huge letdown, so we just get some momentum rolling again, so you guys don't fall at 2-2?
Well, you know what? That's not really a problem with our football team, I don't think. You know, they understand football. They understand, you know, where we're at as a football team and the kind of things that we're trying to accomplish. And we brought them in Saturday morning right after the game was over with, so that they could watch film, and you could just see it in their eyes that they're ready to bounce back from it and continue to develop, you know, develop this football team as a whole. And you know, for that, you know, like I said, I'm very proud of them, and I know that we'll come back strong against Bloomington Jefferson next week. And I'm just not really worried about you know, where they're at emotionally with it, because I think they're pretty tough.
So, Coach, let's take a look back at how the game unfolded on Friday night. South was able to take the lead early and held on throughout the game, but the defense seemed to play pretty well here. Here we see one of the 2 interceptions Tyler Crowley came up with in the game. Yeah, Tyler played well for us in the defensive backfield. He was one of the guys that were stepping in for our injured Cole Banham, and he was able to come up with 2 big plays, and here you see one of those big interceptions that held us in the game early. At the half, North's down 13-0, but was able to get some momentum, where Tim Kuznar was able to take a short quarterback sneak to the house on this long run. Yeah, all we were trying to do on this play was just to pick up a first down. We just wanted to call a quarterback sneak and have him lunge forward to get a new set of downs, and he was able to find a seam, make a move, and jaunt the rest of the 30 yards into the end zone to get us right back in this football game. And after South pushed the score to 27-7, Kuznar was able to hook up with Tyler Crowley, this time on the offensive side of the ball on this TD pass. Yeah, Crowley came up with a couple big plays in this game. Not only the 2 interceptions on the defense, but this touchdown catch as well. Senior kicker Hayden Sigger almost was able to convert this onside kick to Nick Johnson, but the ball just went out of bounds here. Yeah, Hayden was able to come up with quite a few different special kicks for us, and even with everybody in the stands knowing we're going onside, we were almost able to convert this one as he laid in that nice pooch kick along our left-hand sideline there. So there you have it. The final score, South 27, North 14. The Panthers fall to 2-1 in the season, but we have to be happy with the effort the guys gave Friday night. Now let's take a look at the plays of the game. Number 3, Chase Trefeld's effort on the 3rd down play. Yeah, Chase made a great play on this 3rd down play to not only get past the offensive lineman, but also force an incomplete pass that got the ball back for us. Number 2, Tim Kuznar's run. Yeah, good effort by not only Tim Kuznar, but the offensive line as well, as they opened up the hole and allowed that quarterback sneak to go to all the way. And the number 1 play of the game, it's actually 2 plays. Tyler Crowley's 2 interceptions. Coach?
we were certainly happy to get these interceptions, and I look forward to many more as the season rolls on from Ty Crowley.
Another highlight that actually comes off the field is the Panthers' commitment to community service. Coach, tell us about the community event that you guys had that went on Sunday.
Well, our kids had volunteered to work at the Lakeville Area Art Festival and help tear down all the stuff that was set up for that great community event, and that's just I think we had 15 kids that went down there to help out with that, and I know they were very appreciative of having those guys down there and do that, and that's just one of many things that the guys do. So like I said earlier in the show, they put a lot of time and effort into strength training and speed training and getting ready for the season, but I think that the other thing that makes them a whole athlete is the ability to give back to their community. So this summer they did things like help out at the Relay for Life, and now an event like this one, and there's a lot of other things with Community Action Council and the food shelf that they've done over the years, and I'm just really proud of the kids for stepping up and taking part in these activities.
Panthers now sitting 2-1 after last week's loss against Lakeville South. This week we bring up Bloomington Jefferson. At Jefferson, you guys go on the road. Difficult team, they're 2-1 as well. What do we got to look forward to with these guys?
Well, like you said, we're once again on the road. We played 3 out of our first 4 games on the road, and the first 2 games we played well and got victories in both of those. So we feel that whether we're home or a road, it doesn't really make a difference to us. But Jefferson is they're a decent football team, sitting at 2-1. They've got 2 wins against kind of an interesting school situation. Both Chanhassen and Chaska that split into 2 schools. Those are the 2 victories that they have, and then South kind of got after them a little bit in week 2. So we hope that we play well, bounce back from the loss to South, effectively, and are able to shut them down offensively. They've got one pretty high-powered weapon on their offense. Actually, a couple high-powered weapons on the offensive side of the ball. They like to spread it out and throw the ball a lot. Defense will have to be up to the challenge once again. And offensively, just as always, we'll have to eliminate turnovers and hold on to the football, put drives together, sustain drives together, and put some points on the board in order to get a win against a good Bloomington team.
Coach, you got any of your guys that were injured last week back for this week's game?
We will have our quarterback back. Chase Heichel was out last week with a knee injury. He should be back and ready to play. So I know that he hated the idea of not playing last week, and I know that he'll be back strong and ready to go Friday night, and that'll be big for our offense.
Good. Well, Panthers, there you have it. 2-1. Jefferson on Friday night, 2-1. Great game. Hope to see you guys there.